In the past, it was said that school was not for girls, that girls had to stay home to do housework. It was said that girls were only intended to be married and not to study.
Our culture leaves girls behind. It makes girls feel unhappy. They are prevented from having rights to certain things they need because there are people who think they are not important.
When a family did not have enough money, the girls stayed at home to do the housework while the boys went to school. The girls could also stay home to take care of other younger children. Or else, she might be an orphan. Or some girls had pregnancies when they were too young and had to drop out of school to care of their children. We started by identifying the factors that were the root of the girls' non-enrollment. The beneficiaries themselves have identified the most influential factors on the non-enrollment of girls. This is how we started the social contract, which is an approach to community engagement. Dear mothers, we ask you to enroll your children in school because it is very important for a girl to go to school.
As soon as we put in place the social contract, the whole community signed it. It was the turn of the implementation. We first proceeded by sensitizing other segments of the population so that everyone would take ownership of the issue.
The Edufam project taught us how to sensitize women to enroll girls in school and to sensitize those who have dropped out to return to school, so we can have a large number of educated women. We will then be able to be part of the decision-making bodies because it is impossible to be part of them if you have not studied. We have received sensitization training for girls who encountered problems and had to drop out of school, and others who left their homes because of the war and didn't have the chance to study. We learn how to approach them and show them the importance of returning to school. We teach the people, we go to their meetings, and more importantly, we create friendship with them, to visit them and talk to them. Above all, we target households where we see that there are problems with girls. We teach them individually. We were approached, we received training so that we could also train others. We created the clubs so that we could continue to learn.
Through the youth clubs, there are sensitizations, advice, and games that take place there to try to educate.
There are changes that have already been observed. Without even taking the example of the school that I run, we are sensitized because they are what we call aunts. No matter what problems a girl or even 5 girls face, we report those problems, then we organize a meeting and we try to give advice so that the girl can stay in school. As an educator, the first thing I do is work with the people who have the responsibility. The other thing I do is talk with the children in order to teach them to ask for help each time the child encounters a problem. We teach them to open up, to talk about it. Then we show them the right attitudes to have. Since this program started, we started to improve by getting better grades. When we have a problem, we tell her, she gives us advice on how to solve the problem, so we work harder and we receive better grades.
We had to meet many categories: agents of change, traditional chiefs, educational actors, associations.
We started with several approaches at the same time so that the social contract could be implemented. We had to promote positive masculinity, gender promotion, and the reclamation of rights. And today, girls know how to reclaim their rights. Today, we have the feeling that we are also capable, that we can express our opinions in public to find solutions together. What I can say is that I am not afraid anymore. In the beginning, I felt that I couldn't. Today, I don't say no to something until I try. I have the feeling that I can do anything. In the families where we live, the problem of girls being underestimated always existed. But when the project started, everyone felt that she was capable, that she could go to school and receive an education like everyone else. Today, therefore, when I cook at home, my brother can help me with the dishes or fetch water for me to wash the clothes. This shows that there is equality in the family and girls are no longer underestimated by parents.
It was not known that a girl could have the same opportunities as a boy. She was considered and important. Thanks to the Edufam project, we have understood that our sisters are also important and that they have an important role to play in society. What I do first is help my sisters by advocating on their behalf with my parents to pay their school fees. Also, when I see that the parents has given my sister a work and that work can keep her from going to school, I help my sister with the work. Then, when we are done, we can both go to school. With this social contract, it is like a new statute that can sanction us and that can bring certain people to justice. So everyone observes an obedience to this social contract. As far as I'm concerned, things have changed a lot since I was trained. I have done everything in my power to bring peace and unity in the family. My wife thus has the right to have and express her opinion. If we look at the situation before and after the sensitizations, we observe changes. This does not mean that they have achieved 100% of our objectives. There are still many changes to be made, but 45% of changes have already been observed today if we compare to the situation that prevailed before the arrival of the organization. We have seen that with awareness raising, the girls are very involved. The rate of participants is increasing if we compare with last year. There are also those who had given up who have returned. Then the dropout rate decreased if we compare to the previous years.